Hi guys, I hope you are all well. So today our topic is Red Fort of India. So before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon so that the notification of more such informative videos can reach you first. So let's start the video.
The Red Fort or Laal Qila, Hindustani, Laal Qila, is a historic fort in Old Delhi, Delhi in India that served as the main residence of the Mughal emperors. Emperor Shah Jahan commissioned construction of the Red Fort on May 12, 1638, when he decided to shift his capital from Agra to Delhi. Originally red and white, its design is credited to architect Ustad Ahmad Lahori, who also constructed the Taj Mahal. The fort represents the peak in Mughal architecture under Shah Jahan and combines Persianate palace architecture with Indian traditions. The fort was plundered of its artwork and jewels during Nadir Shah's invasion of the Mughal Empire in 1739. Most of the fort's marble structures were subsequently demolished by the British following the Indian Rebellion of 1857. The fort's defensive walls were largely undamaged, and the fortress was subsequently used as a garrison. On August 15, 1947, the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, raised the Indian flag above the Lahori Gate. Every year on India's Independence Day, August 15th, the Prime Minister hoists the Indian tricolour flag at the fort's main gate and delivers a nationally broadcast speech from its ramparts. The Red Fort was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2007 as part of the Red Fort Complex. History of Red Fort, Laal Qila. Emperor Shah Jahan commissioned construction of the Red Fort on May 12, 1638, when he decided to shift his capital from Agra to Delhi. Originally red and white, Shah Jahan's favorite colors, its design is credited to architect Ustad Ahmad Lahori, who also constructed the Taj Mahal. The fort lies along the Yamuna River, which fed the moats surrounding most of the walls. Construction began in the sacred Islamic month of Muharram, on May 13, 1638. Supervised by Shah Jahan, it was completed on April 6, 1648. Unlike other Mughal forts, the Red Fort's boundary walls are asymmetrical to contain the older Salamgarh fort. The fortress palace was a focal point of the city of Shahjahanabad, which is present-day Old Delhi. Shah Jahan's successor, Aurangzeb, added the Moti Masjid, Pearl Mosque, to the emperor's private quarters, constructing barbicans in front of the two main gates to make the entrance to the palace more circuitous. The administrative and fiscal structure of the Mughal dynasty declined after Aurangzeb, and the 18th century saw a degeneration of the palace. In 1712, Jahandar Shah became the Mughal emperor. Within a year of beginning his rule, Shah was murdered and replaced by Farrukhsiyar. In 1739, Persian Emperor Nadir Shah easily defeated the strong Mughal army of around 200,000 soldiers, plundering the Red Fort, including the Peacock Throne. Nadir Shah returned to Persia after 3 months, leading a destroyed city and a weakened Mughal empire to Muhammad Shah. The internal weakness of the Mughal empire made the Mughals only titular rulers of Delhi, and a 1752 treaty made the Marathas protectors of the throne at Delhi. The 1758 Maratha victory at Sirhind, aided by the Sikhs, and successive defeat at Panipat placed them in further conflict with Ahmad Shah Durrani. In 1760, the Marathas removed and melted the silver ceiling of the Diwan-i-Khas to raise funds for the defense of Delhi from the armies of Ahmed Shah Durrani. In 1761, after the Marathas lost the Third Battle of Panipat, Delhi was raided by Ahmed Shah Durrani. 10 years later, the Marathas, acting on the behest and as mercenary of the exiled Emperor Shah Alam, recaptured Delhi from the Rohilla Afghans. Mahaji Scindia, the commander of Maratha army, bowed to Mughal Emperor Shah Alam to demonstrate his submission to him. Thus, Shah Alam was restored to the throne. In 1764, the Jat ruler of Bhartapur, Maharaja Jawahar Singh, the son of Maharaja Suraj Mal, attacked Delhi and captured the Red Fort of Delhi on February 5, 1765. 2 days later, after taking tribute from the Mughals, removed their armies from the fort, and the Jats took away the throne of the Mughals, called the Pride of the Mughals, and the doors of the Red Fort as a memorial, and this throne is today enhancing the beauty of the palaces of Deeg. The doors are located in the Lohagar Fort of Bhartapur. In 1783, the Sikh Malkara Singha, led by Bughel Singh, conquered Delhi and the Red Fort. Bughel Singh, Jassa Singh Ahluwalia and Jassa Singh Ramgarhia all allied with a 40,000 force and looted the area from Awadh to Jodhpur. After negotiations, Baghel Singh and his forces agreed to leave Delhi and reinstate the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. The condition of their retreat included the construction of 7 Sikh Gurdwaras in Delhi, including the Gurudwara Sis Ganj in Chandni Chowk. In 1788, a Maratha garrison occupied the Red Fort and Delhi alongside providing protection to the Mughal Emperor. Mahaji Scindia signed a treaty with the Sikhs where they were warned not to enter Delhi or ask for the Rocky tribute. The fort came under the control of the East India Company following the Second Anglo-Maratha War in 1803. During the Second Anglo-Maratha War, forces of the East India Company defeated Maratha forces of Daulat Rao Scindia in the Battle of Delhi. This ended Maratha control over the city and their control of the Red Fort. After the battle, the British East India Company took over the administration of Mughal territories and installed a resident at the Red Fort. The last Mughal emperor to occupy the fort, Bahadur Shah II, became a symbol of the 1857 rebellion against the British East India Company in which the residents of Shahjahanabad participated. Despite its position as the seat of Mughal power and its defensive capabilities, the Red Fort was not a site of an engagement during the 1857 uprising against the British. After the rebellion was defeated, Bahadur Shah II left the fort on September 17 and was apprehended by British forces. Bahadur Shah Zafar II returned to Red Fort as a British prisoner, was tried in 1858 and exiled to Rangoon on October 7 of that year. After the end of the rebellion, the British sacked the Red Fort before ordering its systemic demolition. 80% of the fort's buildings were demolished as a result of this effort, including the stone screen that connected the pavilions along the fort's river-facing facade, which was demolished. All furniture was removed or destroyed. The harem apartments, servants' quarters and gardens were demolished, and a line of stone barracks built in their place. Only the marble buildings on the east side at the imperial enclosure escaped complete destruction, although they were damaged by the demolition efforts. While the defensive walls and towers were relatively unharmed, more than two-thirds of the inner structures were demolished. Lord Curzon, Viceroy of India from 1899 to 1905, ordered repairs to the fort including reconstruction of the walls and the restoration of the gardens complete with a watering system. Most of the jewels and artwork located in the Red Fort were looted during Nadir Shah's invasion of 1747 and again after the Indian Rebellion of 1857 against the British. They were eventually sold to private collectors or the British Museum, the British Library and the Victoria and Albert Museum. For example, the Jade Wine Cup of Shah Jahan and the Crown of Bahadur Shah II are all currently located in London. Various requests for restitution have so far been rejected by the British government. 1911 saw the visit of King George V and Queen Mary for the Delhi Durbar. In preparation for their visit, some buildings were restored. The Red Fort Archaeological Museum was moved from the Drum House to the Mumtaz Mahal. The INA trials, also known as the Red Fort trials, refer to the courts-martial of a number of officers of the Indian National Army. The first was held between November and December 1945 at the Red Fort. On August 15, 1947, the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, raised the Indian national flag above the Lahore Gate. After Indian independence, the site experienced few changes, and the Red Fort continued to be used as a military cantonment. A significant part of the fort remained under Indian Army control until December 22, 2003, when it was given to the Archaeological Survey of India for restoration. In 2009, the Comprehensive Conservation and Management Plan, CCMP, prepared by the Archaeological Survey of India under Supreme Court directions to revitalize the fort, was announced. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.